Squad. Was it good? Was it bad? Who cares? Because it was full of Easter eggs. Spoilers, obviously. Ooh, I almost fell off the box. All right, so Suicide Squad is out, and despite the not-so-kind critical response, enough people showed up to theaters this weekend for the film to shatter August records, unseating even Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. And whether you liked the flick or thought it was a 123-minute cringe fest, something none of us can argue about is that it had a whole buttload of Easter eggs and references, and when you know what they are, it makes it so much more fun, doesn't it? So, let's run them down. All right, so Suicide Squad had plenty of Batman in it, more than we had thought, and in addition to giving us a lot of Batfleck action, the movie did a pretty good job of adding depth to his Gotham City. We learned that Bruce Wayne and Amanda Waller worked together through some shady deals in the mid-credits scene. We found out that Harley, Joker, Killer Croc, and Deadshot all menaced the Bat before BVS, and during Deadshot's intro at the top of the flick, we even got a hint at one of the city's most prominent crime families. Now, you may have noticed that the client Deadshot was juicing for cash was named Angelo. Well, in all likelihood, that was Angelo Murti, a member of the Falcone crime syndicate. So will we see the Falcones in the Batman solo flick? Probably not, since rumors say it'll take place within the walls of Arkham Asylum and feature some of his more superpowered villains, but you never know, so maybe. And while we're on the subject of Batman's past, we know from Batman v Superman that Jason Todd is already dead in the cinematic U, but apparently it wasn't just the Joker who was responsible. During Harley Quinn's intro, we were briefly clued into the fact that she was an accomplice to Robin's murder during one of those extremely busy character cards, so no worries if you missed it. Now the question there is, how responsible was she? It's unlike the Joker to let someone else deliver the coup de grace, so we're guessing he finished the job. Still, we'll have to see whether the Boy Wonder's death will weigh on the conscience of the new, slightly more heroic Harley. But of course, the Clown Princess of Crime hogged a whole bunch of the movie's Easter eggs, from the brief appearance of her animated series costume and mallet during the squad's dress-up montage to the shot of her and Joker that echoed their iconic Alex Ross cover. And her origin story was a total hybrid of the New 52 take, where Joker pushes her into the Ace Chemicals vat, although here she jumps in, and her background as a gymnast. I mean, we're just kind of assuming that last part because, well, you saw. It was pretty damn impressive. I'm not gonna lie and not say that I wasn't a little jealous. And hey, did you guys think Joker's henchman was just some strong, big, weird rando? Because he's not. As you may have noticed, the burly, bearded dude had Frost on his name tag, making him Johnny Frost, the lead character in Brian Azzarello's Joker graphic novel. Too bad he probably blew up in that helicopter crash, though, because I was a big True Blood fan. And I wouldn't have minded seeing him again in the future. Also, can we talk about Slipknot's entire role in the film? While it was kind of annoying that the dude showed up out of nowhere only to be quickly exploded a scene later, the precedent was already set by the Suicide Squad comics, where Slipknot was the first to test the nanobomb implants, getting his arm, not his head, blown off after being manipulated by Captain Boomerang, just like in the movie. Yeah, Mike. Damn, that's cool. And of course, you know that big Captain Boomerang related Easter egg already. Flash's cameo in his full-on superhero costume was a tip of the hat to Boomerang's usual role as a member of the Speedster's Rogues. Will Booms appear in the Flash solo flick? It'll be interesting to see, since Suicide Squad established him as less villainous than a lot of other baddies and much less powerful than most metahumans. Also, did you notice the reference to the Watchmen when Deadshot pauses in front of a storefront window, specifically the giant yellow smiley face? Now, could have been a coincidence, but most likely it was a nod to Zack Snyder's work on the Watchmen film, but maybe, just maybe, it was a deep cut to DC Rebirth where Dr. Manhattan is stirring up trouble in the multiverse, but honestly it was probably just a reference to Snyder. And finally, how about Suicide Squad giving us our first look at Midway City on the big screen? The home of Hawkman, Hawkgirl, and the Doom Patrol is like the unloved stepchild of DC cities, with Gotham and Metropolis hogging the big screen, and Central Star and National City taking up the small one. But finally, Midway City has seen its day, albeit with no Thanagarians in sight. because Hawkman and Hawkgirl don't exist in the DCEU yet, I guess, or they're just a couple of slackers. And did you guys notice the John Ostrander building when the squad rolled up to Midway? A nice little shout out to the Task Force X's creator. And that's it for Suicide Squad's Easter eggs, but tell us, what'd you guys think of the movie? Did you have any fun? Were you hoping for some more? Did you catch any Easter eggs that we might have missed? Let's discuss, and guess what? We did this episode live today on Twitch, and we're going to do it again tomorrow. That's right, Nerdist is back on Twitch, and to celebrate, we're doing Nerdist News live all week long and discussing the big news with you. Go to twitch.tv/Nerdist. Hop on over there to Nerdist Twitch, and we'll see you guys tomorrow live at 3 Pacific time. It's gonna be, I'm not saying this. Who? No. It's gonna be woke. I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know. It means the show's gonna be on fleek, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, there. It's so, right? I feel like it's so old. Nobody says that anymore.